guys, I'm back. So we are going to go ahead and put together page 1. And what I wanted to go ahead and do was tell you what you will need for page 1. The first thing you're going to need is you are going to need one piece that is 7 by 9 5/8, okay? And then you are going to go ahead and score this just like we did with making our pages, the 9 5/8 by 8 1/2 page. You're going to score it the same. So you're going to have a score line that is going to be on your left hand side, a 1/2 inch, okay? And then you are going to have 2 score lines when you place the piece of paper on your scoreboard, like so, okay, at the 9 5/8. Then you're going to score a 1/2 inch here and a 1/2 inch on the 9 1/8, and then you're going to go ahead and bring those in, and you're going to go ahead and cut just like you did for making our pages, okay? And you're going to go ahead and fold that in, and that is going to make us 2 little pockets right on this side. This right here is going to be, you're going to mark the middle, and from this page, or this spot right here, I should say, when I fold in the flaps, I have my area, the middle part, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and put this, and on my scoreboard I always mark like a dark line right at the 6 inch. That kind of tells me where the middle is, so I'm going to go ahead and put that there. I'm going to try to get that to hopefully line up. I think that's about right. It is. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and score a line all the way down right in the middle part of this page to form 2 sides. And then when we make our pocket, what you will do is you will put a piece of score tape right on that score line. So see your score line right here? You're going to put a piece of score tape right in the middle of that part, okay? So when we make our little photo flaps, okay, like this, we have photo flaps. When we make these, they will fold over our little area just like this, okay? So you are going to need 2 pieces that are 6 3/4 by 4 3/4, okay? Once you score this a 1/2 inch on this side here, okay, like I did with this one, that will be at 6 1/4 by 4 1/4, and then that will be a perfect size for your 6 by 4 photos, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and score this one a 1/2 inch. Okay, spin that back, and then you will need 2 pieces that are 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. And what you're going to do is you're just going to go ahead and mount those on that little flap to create a little booklet, okay? And this is, of course, if you don't have any 12 by 12 paper, okay, you can still do this, you know, make these little booklets, all right? So there we go, and I'm just going to take this piece, put that right on the edge of that, and they should line up real nicely. All right, just like that, and there we go. So there is one little booklet, and then again we're just going to go ahead and do the other one real quick, and then we will lay down our front little pocket area, and these will be ready for you to cover. So this page is, all of our pages are going to go super fast, you guys. So yeah, so alrighty, so next we're just going to go ahead and we're going to add our adhesive, and I'm just going to add my glue. Okay, so I'm adding my glue here, right down here, Before I lay this down though, I am going to go ahead and place a piece of double back tape, and I'm just going to get my, actually I wanted a smaller piece, so what I might do is go ahead and tear this, okay, and I just kind of gauged it, and I'm going to go ahead and cut down the middle of this piece, okay, because I want it about 1/4 of an inch maybe, and I am all out of my 1/4 inch tape, so I am just going to go ahead and do the best I can here. Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead and put that there, right on that score line. Okay, and take that off of there. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and put just very lightly a light glue right down the middle of that. Grab my pocket, okay, and this is going to be for the front of page 1. Now for the front, you want to make sure your opening to your hinge is on this side, so you want to go ahead and place your pocket, the bottom of your pocket, on that area. All right, just like that. Okay, and there we go. Now this space right here, we will go ahead and decorate this, and you will just need a little tiny piece of paper right in through here. So see how this picks up just a bit? Okay, I didn't glue this all the way down yet. Okay, so you want to leave just a tad of that unglued. All right, and so I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. Okay, you want to leave that there, and then here are little booklets. Should fit right in there. Oh, they may not. Okay, so after we get these made, you are going to need to cut these down to like 4 1/8, okay, to fit in between our pocket. So because of the glue or the adhesive that we stuck right here, okay, and just so they slide down a little bit easier. So I just wanted to go ahead and point that out. All right, so you want me to cut those down about 1/8 of an inch. So instead of being 4 1/4, they'll be 4 1/8. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and set those aside for page 1, and then we're going to turn page 1 over. I told y'all this is going to be super easy peasy. So you are going to need one piece that is 8.5 by 4 1/4, and you're going to score 1/2 inch on the left hand side. Okay, and so I'm going to bring this over, and then you're going to need one piece that is 8 by 4 1/4. And what this is going to be, a little booklet that opens, okay? And so this little booklet, oh, you know what, there was one thing on page 1 I forgot. But we will get to that in a minute. Okay, so once you score your piece of paper, 1/2 inch, you're going to go ahead again and grab some glue. All right, and you're just going to add this piece that is 8 and 4 1/4 on top of there. Okay, just like that. All right, and you're just going to go ahead and burnish those two together. All right, make sure it opens all the way and burnish the inside, and then close that. And this is actually going to be attached to our page. So you're not going to attach it now because we need to cover the page. Okay, so this will sit on top of our page like this. Once we get this covered with our designer paper, we will have like a little belt buckle or a little loop right here, and our little booklet is going to come out like this, and then we'll be able to slide back in. Okay, so there is that, and this is going to also be a belly band. So then you will need a piece of paper that is 7 1/8, okay, and you will score a 1/2 inch on this side here, okay, and then you're going to need one piece that is 7 by 8, okay, and I wrote it like this because that's actually the way it's going to be laying up on your paper, okay, and then you're going to go ahead and put those two together just like we did this piece, except you're working with larger pieces, okay, and this is going to slide right in here like this, okay, right underneath our belly band, just like that, okay, and it's going to sit on top like that. And then here we will have two pieces that will capture this so it doesn't, you know, flap open and all that when we turn pages and such. So we will be using something to help with that. Okay, and same thing here with our little booklets. For our little booklets, once we slide them in, okay, they will slide in, and then here we will have a little something to help them just kind of slide into so they won't flap all around and everything, okay? So your pictures won't be flapping all around and everything. So that'll be nice. So that is all of page 1, y'all. Easy peasy. That is about it. So that is page 1, and now we are off to page 2. Hi guys, I'm back. So I went and had, so we're on page 2 now. And so for page 2, we are going to use this piece right here. And it looks like this in the back. It just has the plain blank planks on the back. And it has this right here. Let me go ahead and grab the other piece of this. This is the other half of this piece right here. So this is what the whole page looks like, okay? So if you would like to use this piece on this page too, the front, what we're going to do is kind of what we did, actually it's going to be it's going to be similar to what we did for the wedding album that I just did with a cottage blush, where I used a plank piece of paper, okay, and it had like wooden planks on it like this one does, and we went ahead and used our X-Acto knife and cut where the lines of the planks are. We cut those and we used those as our pockets, and I just thought that was like a really neat idea, and it's a great way to have your 4x6s or your 4x4s or 4x3s, little photos in here, and you can put many in between here. So I just thought it was a great way to use this paper. And so I'm going to go ahead and I will show you how we're going to cut this, okay? So first you're going to go ahead and get your X-Acto knife, okay? So if you didn't see the other album that I did, the wedding album with Bob and Betty cottage blush paper, this is how we made the pockets, okay? So you're just going to right along the dark lines where the planks separate, where you have your plank seams, that's where you're going to cut your line, okay? So right here is going to be 1. Now the other thing is that you want to leave about a 1/4 of an inch or so from the edge of your paper, okay? You don't want to cut all the way from the end of your paper to the other end. Otherwise, it's, you know, it will come apart, and you don't want that. So you're going to leave about 1/4 inch or so, okay? And I'm just going to go ahead and start on the other side of this little bar right here, okay? And so I'm just going to go ahead and grab my X-Acto knife and follow that line all the way down, okay, till about 1/4 inch, or, you know, maybe a 3/8 inch, or okay. So same thing with this one here. Now here, this line kind of it doesn't follow through all the way right here, so I'm thinking maybe you know, you could get your ruler, or, you know, whatever have you, and you can go ahead and cut that line, or you could just go ahead and maybe just do a half of a pocket. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so you just have a half of a pocket there. Okay, so if you wanted to get your ruler, you could definitely do that. And let me grab my I like using my Tim Holtz ruler for this part, because it has that still edging on it. So if you use your X-Acto knife, you don't have to worry about cutting, you know, into your ruler. So I'm just going to go ahead and bring that up a bit. Okay. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut that till I come down to about 1/4 inch. Okay. So same thing here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this and come here from about 1/4 inch and just follow that all the way down. Okay, so now we've got 3 pockets going. Okay, and then on the last one, same thing. I'm just going to go ahead and grab right in through here and follow that all the way down to about 1/4 inch. Okay, so there we go. So now if you are, let's say, longer on one side than the other, you know, let's say like this pocket here is longer than this one. Once you tape, don't worry about your pockets being uneven here, okay? Because once you get your tape all the way around the edges, then they will be even, or you can make them even, okay? So next what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and grab our tape, and I'm just going to grab my 3/8 inch tape, and you are going to put it just on the bottom, just around the edges of this paper. You are not going to, you don't need to put it in the middle part at all. So you just need to go ahead and place this right on the edges of your paper. Okay, and once I do that, I will be right back. So now I have the tape on the back of my paper, and so now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and you want to cut your tape about 1/4 inch, okay, and you want to put it on each end of your little strip that we cut, okay? So make sure you have it the correct way, how you want it on your page. Okay, so like I could have it like this, okay? And so what I want now is I want a piece of tape on this the plank that is above the bottom plank that we cut. So this plank right here, I want a piece of tape right on the bottom part of that, okay? So I'm going to turn this over, okay? And I'm going to cut just a little bit of piece of tape, okay? Because I don't want my photo mats going all the way down to the bottom of this. So I'm just going to put my tape right on the bottom where I cut, okay? Right there. All right. Just like that. So now when I stick this on, this will be stuck on the page, and your photo mat won't your photo mat won't go all the way down, you know, slide down to the bottom one, okay? So that is why you need a piece of tape there. So same thing with this one. You want a piece of tape on the back of the bottom part of this plank and then of this plank, okay? So these two other planks, we need tape on the bottom parts on the back of them, okay? And then what you need to do is you can go ahead and glue this part down right here, this top part, because there's nothing going to be sliding behind that part. That's the top part of our mat, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and cut 2 more strips of my tape here. And then once we get this on, then we will go, you can go ahead and you can stick that down. Okay, and then we will do the back page. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick this down here. Oops, I'm going to turn this around. Right, okay, so now we're all done. So now again, like I said, you can go ahead and put tape, or not tape, but or tape. You can put your tape or your adhesive on the top of this part, and then it will lay down right here, just like that. Okay, and then you will have your pockets for your picture mats. So now we can turn this over, and we are going to go to page 2. So the back of page 2 is kind of like the back of page 1. So you will need one piece that is 9 by 4. Okay, you will place your paper on the 9-inch side with the top along your scoreboard. You will score 1/2 inch down on the left side, and you will score 1/2 inch down on the right side. Okay, that will be a belly band that will go right here. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is you are going to have an 8 by 2.5 inch little piece, and that is going to go right on top of that 9 by 4 inch piece, and that is going to be like a little pocket, okay, for photo mats. And you're just going to go ahead and tape that down just like that. Okay, so we can go ahead and you can put your adhesive on the back of this if you'd like. Okay, but we're not going to put this down yet because you have to put down your mat first. So now, depending on your mat for your pages, if you want to leave a border, or if you want them to be, if you want to leave like a 1/8 border or a 1/4 inch border on your around your pages, that is totally up to you. Okay, or you don't have to leave a border, and you can cut them the size of your page. Okay, which is what is it? 8 by 8 5/8. Okay, so that is the exact size of your page. So that is, you know, if you didn't want to leave a border, you don't have to leave one. Just cut all your designer paper, pattern paper, to the sides of your page. Okay, this right here is going to be a pocket on here. Okay, we're not going to make it like we do our usual pockets, so it's just going to kind of like be like a little tuck area. Alrighty, and for this, I decided to go ahead and use, I might go ahead and use a punch on this, but I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do that. So, so I'm going to go ahead and put this on here like this, okay? And so you're just going to get your glue, and you're going to just do the edges, okay? Go along your edge right here, just like that. All right. And you're just going to go ahead and sit that right on top of there, just like that. Okay. Okay, so just like that. And again, this is just going to be a little belly band, okay? And it's going to stick down like that. Then you're going to need, again, we're going to make a little booklet that goes inside of our belly band. And you're going to need a piece that is 7 by 8.5. And then one that is 7/8. Okay, the 7 and 8.5, you are going to go ahead and set your paper in your scoreboard with the 8.5 along the top part of your scoreboard. You're going to score a 1/2 inch down the side, okay, and then you're going to go ahead and fold this in and burnish that in, and then you can go ahead and add your glue. All right, just add your glue to that. Go ahead and get your 7/8 paper, 7 by 8 paper. Go ahead and place that right on top of that flap, okay? Just like that. Okay. And this opens up like this for your photos, okay? And you're just going to go ahead and you are going to put that right, it's going to slide right behind that belly band. This piece right here, okay, will fold up, all right? But this is going to have, we're going to have little corner mounts right here, so we will definitely be able to have this be tucked in, so it's not going to flap around or anything like that, okay? So that is page 2, y'all. That is it. So we are going to go ahead and put that aside. Alrighty. Hi everybody, good morning. So we are on page 3 and 4 now. And for page 3, I decided to do a waterfall with pockets. So I think it'll be really fun, and it'll give you a ton more space for photos. Okay, so you are going to need 4 of these, and these are the pockets the waterfall pockets. Okay, so they open up just like this, and you can go ahead and put a journal card in there, or you can add some more photos in there. Okay, so for that, to make that, you're going to need 4 6 1/4 by 9 pieces of white cardstock. You're going to score at a 4 1/4 inch and at 8.5. Okay, with the 9-inch side along your scoreboard. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to make those. All right, so we're going to put that off to the side. So you'll need 4 of those. Okay, and then you're going to need one piece that is 7 by 8 because this is the waterfall, and this is what we're going to attach our waterfalls to. So you'll need 4 of these, and they'll fit on here right just like that. And flip up. Okay, so you'll need this size, which is 7 by 8. This will have a flap on the side. Okay, so you will go ahead and you will actually, let me make sure that this is 7 by 8. I just want to make sure. Yep. So you'll score a 1/2 inch down this side, okay? And you will attach this side to your page, okay? So here's the front of our page 3. It will be attached just like this, okay? Then you will need a piece that is 7 3/8 by 4, okay? And you'll score a 1/2 inch on each end, and with the 7 3/8 laying across the top of your scoreboard, okay? And this is going to be your pocket, and this will fit right on the back of your little waterfall flap, okay? So that will be right there, and then you can go ahead and put photo mats back there. Alrighty, and then this is the page for the front of page 3, and I have all my notes here. The front of page 3, we will go ahead and we are going to go ahead and lay, I think, let me see here. I think we're going to lay this here, and this will be some pockets on here, okay? So again, we will just go ahead and lay this here, and we will do some pocket, add a pocket here, or do a layout, okay? And so you can add some photos to that, alrighty? And then on the back of page 3, we will go ahead and do this just like we did the rest of, like we did for page 1 and 2. So you will have a large belly band, okay, that is going to be like a photo mat for you, okay, and it's going to go across the top of your page just like this. You are going to score a 1/2 inch on each end, okay? So you're going to score a 1/2 inch on each end with the 9-inch across the top of the scoreboard. Okay, so this 9-inch side will be laying across the top of your scoreboard, and then you'll score a 1/2 inch on this side and a 1/2 inch on this side, and this will lay just like the rest of our belly bands right here, okay? And then we will go ahead and make another flap, okay, just like this, like we did before. And, or actually, I'm sorry, I grabbed the wrong flap. Ugh. Just like we did with the page 1 and 2, we will make another flap, and this will be with the 7 by 8.5 inches. You'll need 2 pieces of paper for that to make one of those, especially since we're using the 8.5 by 11-inch paper. Okay, so also, I want to say I will put it in the cutting guide, but you will need 2 packets of the 8.5 by 11 paper, or you can get 2 packets of the 12 by 12, whatever you would like to do. Okay, so that's how that's going to go. And then, so that is for page 3. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab all the pieces. Now, for our waterfall, all right, I'm going to go ahead and do that with you. Okay, so we can get all of our pieces done. So for the waterfall, again, you will need 4 pieces of the 6 1/4 by 9 cut white cardstock cut out, okay? And then you're going to score at 4 1/4 by 8 1/2 with the 9" at the top of the scoreboard. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this one, all right, and I'm going to lay this to the side. So you can, once I show you, y'all can do the rest of that on your own. It is pretty simple. I made this pretty simple, so y'all can get, I mean, it's just basically, you know, folding it all and getting it down. So here you're going to make a score line, and then you're going to make another one at 8 1/2. Okay. This is going to be our flap that we're going to attach to the page. So you want to go ahead and make sure that that is burnished down really good. Okay. Then you're going to go ahead and you're going to fold, and I'm going to go ahead and switch, because I want to make sure my words are in the front. Okay. You're going to fold this part back. Okay. You're going to go ahead and score, or you score, and then you're going to go ahead and burnish that. Okay, now you've got this flap here, right? You're going to grab your glue, okay? And you can use your tape if you want to. Just remember that your tape is going to take up a little bit more space. So I would use, if you have a 1/8 inch tape or 1/4 inch, you know, you just want to compensate for your tag or your photos for that, okay? You're going to go ahead and lay your adhesive right here on the top, and then on this side, on your left hand side, you're going to close that so your photo doesn't go all the way through, or your little tag, whatever you're going to do, put in here. Okay, and then you're going to go ahead and just burnish those down, just like that. Okay, and there is your pocket for your waterfall. So easy peasy. Whoops. It didn't catch. So, okay, let me go ahead. I must have not burnished that down good enough. Alrighty. Okay, so that should be good. So there you go. So now what you're going to do is you are going to go ahead and set that aside, make the rest of those, and then we will go ahead and attach those once we go ahead and cover this piece here, the waterfall piece, flap, okay, we could go, well, actually, you could go ahead and we could attach it now. Why don't we do that? Okay, so you could attach this now. Make sure that you have your open end on your left hand side. And go ahead and bring it all the way to the top. Okay, or you could leave like a 1/8 inch. Alright. Okay, just like that. Alrighty, and then here is your pocket. Now you don't want it, you can go ahead and put adhesive on your pocket, but I don't want you to put it down yet because we still got to cover this part and put our pocket on. Oh, and I forgot to score on the bottom of this. So you want to make sure you score on the bottom of your pocket. So yeah. Okay. So you want to score a 1/2 inch on the bottom and a 1/2 inch on the sides. Okay. Of that 3/8 and by 4 inch piece. Okay. So, and then you want to go ahead and cut where the X's are, okay? That's what I call them, the X's. And then you can fold it up just like you would your pocket, okay? And again, this is going to go right in through here, right here, on the back of that. And then right here, we're going to do some pockets and stuff, okay? So, I'm going to go ahead and put all of these things together for our page, all right? And that is page 3, y'all. Okay, now we're going to move right on into creating for page 4. I'll be right back. Hi guys, so now we are on page 4. So for page 4, you are going to need 2 pieces that are 5 by 8, and you are going to score a 1/2 inch on the right side of one piece. Okay, the second piece you are going to score a 1/2 inch on the left hand side. Okay, and these are going to be doors. Okay, so they will go on the front of our page just like this. Okay, right in the middle. So you'll have about 1/4 of an inch from the top and then the bottom. Okay, and so they'll go just like this. All right, and then on the inside of those doors, you are going to cut 2 small pieces that are 4 3/8 by 3. You will not, these are just going to be little like tuck pockets. They're not going to be like a pocket, so where we score it and fold it in and all that. So these are just going to go right on the inside, down on the bottom of the door. Okay, and then you are going to need to cut 2 pieces that are 3 3/4 by 7 3/4, and these are just going to be like little photo mats or a journaling card for you, and we're going to make these into tags. And I am going to be using the We Are Memory Keepers tag punch board. And if you haven't used this yet, it is really super easy. And I know that this was in the shop. I don't know if Shelly is selling this still or not, but you might want to check it out, okay? And basically, you just go ahead and you put your card inside, okay? And let's see here. Just like this, okay? And this little thing pops out. You go ahead and measure where you would like your your card sliced, and then you just go ahead and run that little blade right across there, okay, just like so. And I'm just going to cut that just like that, okay? And then again, I'll go ahead and run this side And it is super easy. I love making the tags with this because it's just really easy way to make your tags. So just like that. So your tag is done. And that is going to just fit right in, slide right into our pocket, okay? And then of course we're gonna go ahead and we'll punch a hole up here for our little tag. And so you'll need 2 of those, okay? So those will go right inside those pockets. Then for the inside on top of the page, I decided to go ahead and place a large little mat, and it's going to be a pocket. So this one you will need to go ahead and score on each side of the paper, okay? So you will need a 9 by 8 piece of paper. You will score a 1/2 inch with the 9-inch side along your scoreboard at the top, and you'll score a 1/2 inch here and a 1/2 inch on the right side. Then you will turn it to the 8-inch side on your scoreboard, and you will score it a 1/2 inch all the way down, okay? And then here you will go ahead and again you will go ahead and cut this here, all right, where your little X's meet, or your score lines meet. Okay, and then you will go ahead and fold those in and burnish them down. And then this will be our pocket. And inside our pocket, you can go ahead and put large photo mats inside. And then the other thing you can do is you can also make or go ahead and put a nice 5x7 picture on top of this, maybe with a journaling spot, or maybe you want to put a 4x6 photo, maybe with a couple of little photos, however you want to place your photos, of course. So that is going to be right there. So this is going to be all tucked in right inside of the top of page 4. So that is for the front page of that is for the front of page 4. Okay, your photo mat that fits inside that pocket can be 8x8 or 8x7, however you would like. And so that is going to be on that side. On the back of page 4, again, we will go ahead and you will cut out a piece that is 7 by 8.5 inches. You will score a 1/2 inch right on the 8.5 inch side. So you'll put this 8.5 inch side on top of your scoreboard, and you will score a 1/2 inch all the way down. Okay, and then you will go ahead and attach that piece to the 7 by 8 piece, and that is going to be your little booklet for photos. And then you'll need a belly band, and this belly band is just a simple belly band. This one is going to be 2.25 by 9. You will go ahead and score a 1/2 inch on each side of that 9-inch side that lays across your scoreboard. Okay, so that will go just like that. All right, and that is it. So that is for the cutting of all the pages. Okay, and next we can go ahead and cut out everything for your pages, and then you will go ahead and mount everything. Okay, so once you're done with cutting out everything for page 4, you can go ahead and mount your papers. Okay, and again, you can go ahead and leave a 1/4 of an inch border around your page, or an 1/8 of an inch. It's totally up to you, however you would like to decorate your pages, leaving the border. And sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't. So it's just a preference. So I will be back once I'm done cutting out all my papers and putting all the mats on. Hi guys, okay, I'm back. So I wanted you to go ahead and open up your paper. And the one thing that I always tell everyone is to go ahead and pick out all of your papers that you want to decorate the inside of your cover and the outside of your book, okay, your outside of your album. And I have already picked out what I'm doing on the outside of the album. And let me grab my album real quick. So here is our album, right? And I think I got some pencil marks on it. So, but it'll get covered. So I'm going to go ahead and put this design up, this image up on top of the front page, okay? And then for the side, I decided to go ahead and cut this out. And this will be on the spine, okay, right here. All right. Then on the back of our book, I've decided to go ahead and place this piece right here. I just thought that this was so sweet. And I am going to go ahead and cut this part out so I can go ahead and lay it on top of there. So so it will be cut out, and then I'll have hopefully maybe just like a little bit right here that I will need to kind of like cover up. So I will go ahead and do that. And then I think because our, the way that we covered our book, you don't really see, and there's no cracking or anything in the paper, so we don't really need to cover the rounding part of our spine. So then on the inside, I think we are going to just do some pockets. So I'm going to pick out a couple of papers for the inside here. And the other thing I tell you all to do, and I think I'm going to go ahead and go with this one here for the inside, and I might go with the back of that music sheet on the back. So the one thing that I also tell you all to do is to, and I might go with this one for the back, is to pick out the cut apart page. So not only do you want to pick out the inside, what you want to decorate the inside of your album, but you also want to pick out the papers for covering the outside of your album, right? Okay, in addition to that, you want to go ahead and put aside a paper or page if you want to cut out anything. So this page right here, I see a lot of items that I can fussy cut out. So I'm going to put this aside. The other thing you want to consider is putting this aside because you can use this beautiful scenery right here inside of your book. You can also use these as little tuck spots or little embellishments for the inside of your book as well. So that I'm going to go ahead and set aside. And then we also have some other pages in here that you can fussy cut out, or, you know, so like maybe this page right here, you might want to set aside if you like fussy cutting, or you want to fussy cut one of these squares out. You can put that aside. Okay, here is our tag cut apart piece, and so here you want to go ahead and set these aside. Okay, so out of the two stacks, grab these, both of these, okay, and put those aside. Okay, because you do not want to cut these out. You may need these, so go ahead and put those aside. And then later on, if you see a spot where, let's say, you want to use the back of that piece, okay, the cut apart piece, you want to use this, then you still have that, and if you used the other one already, you can still use part of this paper, okay? And then too, if you want more cut apart cards, or you know, little embellishments throughout your book, then you can go ahead and use this. Alrighty, so go ahead and pick out what you need, and then I will be right back. Hi guys, I'm back. So we are going to do page 1, and so for the first page, I went ahead and put together the pocket, okay, the double pocket that we did, and here are our little booklets that slide into our pockets, okay. So those I will cover with this here, and I went ahead and also inked around my edges of my paper with the Distress Ink Stormy Sky, okay. So, and then this one will go here, and these will just go into the pocket. Oops. Okay, just like this. Of course it gives me a hard time while I'm on camera. Okay. Okay. So it's going to slide into our pocket just like that, okay? And then I will go ahead and put this on top of here just like that. And then this one will slide into this pocket. So that is the front of page 1. The back of page 1, we have our belly band. And here we did a little booklet, okay? And we did an 8.5 by 4 1/4 inch piece, and we scored the 1/2 inch, and then we did an 8 by 4 1/4 inch piece. And then if you notice, we have no little 1/2 inch flaps on this to put it down. So what you're going to do, okay, is you're going to go ahead and grab a piece of your paper, your Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and grab a 1-inch piece of paper from your scrap pile. Okay, and I'm just going to measure. It should be 1 inch. If it's not, I'll go ahead and cut it down, and then we'll store it down the middle part. Okay, so let me cut this down real quick. So I cut this at 1 inch. Okay. Alrighty, and then I'm going to go ahead and score it down the middle. Okay. So I'm just going to grab my little bone folder here. Grab my bone folder, and I'm just going to go ahead and score down the middle of that. Okay, just like that. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and fold that. And we're just going to burnish that down. Okay, so I think I'm a little crooked on here, but that's okay. All right, because no one's going to see it. So then you're going to go ahead and grab our little belly band, okay, and you're going to cut a 1/4 inch piece, or you could just go ahead and you could grab your glue. Put some glue on the back of here, right on the edge. Okay, just like that. Okay, and you can go ahead and attach your little hinge, okay, just like that. So that's how you want to do that. Alrighty, and then you can go ahead and cut that off. So I'm just going to grab a tissue or my little wipey here, and just going to wipe that up. Go ahead and cut that. And then you're going to do the same for the other side. So here you're going to go ahead and put some glue on the edge. Okay, and then you're going to go ahead and just put your hinge on that right on the back of there. Okay, alrighty, just like that, and then you can cut that off just like that. Alright, so now you've got your hinges. And then you can go ahead and you can place those, let's see, on your back page. But you still need to go ahead and cover this with your paper. All right, so you can go ahead and do that. And cover your little booklets here. And I went ahead and used from this page here. Okay, I wanted to go ahead and show you. This page right here, this is actually the leftover from this page, and I think I cut the other one too. So it looks kind of like this, and then it looks like this on the back. I went ahead, and since I had cut this and used this for the front of the pocket, and I had this piece left over, I thought it looked really nice just in the middle of our little booklet here. So I just went ahead and left it like that, okay? And I thought that looked really cute, so I just left it. And then, so we will go ahead and cover this piece right here. And I'm thinking I might use this right here, okay? I kind of really like that. Or I might use the gray. So, so I'm going to go ahead and get that done, and then we'll be right back with page 2. Okay, guys, so we have put together page 1, and what I did here on the back is I used the Heartfelt Creations die, the Elegant Pocket Accents, and I used the corner pieces to go ahead and have our little booklet rest right in there. So when it goes through our belly band, like so, okay, because this is a booklet too for photos, okay, it will slide right in there, just like that. Okay, so that will hold your book down so it doesn't flap all over the place when you open and close it. And then here, when I'm going to go ahead and paper this. Okay, so for these little booklets, I decided to go ahead and cut them down to 6 by 4, but you can go ahead and leave them at 6 1/4 by 4 1/8 if you choose to. I just thought that, you know, that way I could just put the picture right on top of this, or right on the insides, I mean, and I wouldn't need to put any decorative paper on the front or inside of the booklet and on the back of the booklet. Okay, so but I'm just going to decorate the front of the booklet. So I am going to go ahead and get these covered, and then and again, like I said, I just made mine 6 by 4, but you can leave yours at 6 1/4 by 4 1/4 if you want to. Okay, so I'm going to get these done and I'll be right back. Hi guys, it's Deb. Good morning. And so I finished page 1 and 2, and I just wanted to share what they look like with you. So this is the front pocket, okay, that we did. All right, and I put this scene on here. And then these are the little booklets that we're going to put our 4 by 6 photos in. And I did go ahead and cut these down to 4 by 6. And I think that they just slide in a little bit better than doing it with the 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. So, but it's completely up to you, however you would like to do it. I mean, if you want to cut them down, I think that they just slide in a lot better, being a little bit shorter. And then on the back of page 1, we went ahead and added these little corner mounts, okay? And again, this is from the Heartfelt Creations Elegant Pocket Accents die, okay? And I just love this die. So again, this comes out like this. This actually opens up like this to fit in some more 4 by 6 pictures. Okay, and then of course you have some little journaling area here, or you could fit in maybe a little smaller photo if you wanted to. And so that is our belly band, and then our booklet just falls right behind there, or okay, and so pretty. Oh my gosh, you guys, this paper is just so beautiful. And okay, there we go. All right. And this is supposed to go inside of the corner mounts. So just like that. So that way it kind of holds it down, okay? And then these right here, okay, we are going to go ahead and add a little something, a little tuck thing right here. And so for that, so for right here, I'm going to go ahead and add one of these little squares here. And I just thought that these were so stinking cute. And I'm going to go ahead and add this one right here for the top of this one. So we're going to go ahead and just cut that out right now. Okay. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut that out. So cute. I love this paper, you guys, is so beautiful. You know, I mean, I always say they're beautiful or pretty papers, but this one is beautiful. The blues and with the snow effect and everything is just absolutely gorgeous. And so there is that. And then I'm going to go ahead and ink it real quick around the edges. Okay. Just to give it a little bit of color on there. And okay, there we go. Alrighty, and then here we're just going to go ahead and mount that right there. So when it tucks in there, it will hold down. Okay, so I'm just going to grab my glue, and I'm just going to put some glue right on here. Okay. Okay, and I just want to make sure that it's on the right side here. Okay, and I'm just going to put it right on the edge, right there. Now I'm leaving a little bit of a border on that. I think it's like maybe 1/8 of an inch. But there we go. So then, so it'll hold that down. So same thing with this one here. So I'm going to go ahead and put, oh, I love this little tree house. So, or this little birdhouse, I mean. That little birdhouse is so cute. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that out real quick. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut straight across. Now there's all kinds of different scenes on this paper, so you can, you know, of course, cut out whatever you would like. But I just thought that these little squares were perfect for holding down this, the little booklets, the little flaps. And cut this one. Okay. Alrighty, okay. And again, I'm just going to go ahead and put some ink around the edges here. And I'm just going to go ahead and put that right there. So again, on the right hand side, you just flip that over, put some glue there, and then go ahead and mount that down, just like that. And grab my little napkin here. I always call it a napkin, but it's really a wipey. And so see, so when you pull these out, they'll just go right back in there, and those will hold that down. So no flapping around or anything. So that'll be really nice. And then we have the back of this done. So that was page 1. Page 2, we did this front one together where we used the plank paper, and we did the X-Acto knife cuts on the planks, so you could put your photos, and you can add 4x4s, I did 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. You can add 3x4s, whatever you would like in those little planks. And then on the back, I did the same concept as page 1. I really liked how it had that border on it, and I thought it was so pretty. So I went ahead and used the back of this for the back of page 2. Okay, I went ahead and used this paper, okay, this image here, and it looks like this on the back. Okay, and what I did was I cut this part off down here, okay, and then I cut them in half to make the border, all right? And then I just cut part of the trees, and that was my scenery for right here. And I think it turned out so cute, and I just inked the edges, and it looks so pretty. So I was really happy how that turned out. And so we can definitely fit more photos in here. And then in this one, this belly band is a pocket. So you can fit 4x6 photos in here, or you can fit 4x4 photos. You could fit, you know, whatever you would like in there. And then this will go underneath this belly band, just like that. And this will tuck right into those corner pieces, okay? Just like that, okay? So there we go. So that is page 1 and 2. So, yeah, so basically we're just covering things. So I will have pages 3 and 4, and I will be doing them on the camera. I'm going to cut out everything and then put everything together for pages 3 and 4, and then that way y'all can see how you know, it's just going to be a quick little video. So anyway, just wanted to let you know we still have 3 and 4 to do, and then I will be right back. Hi guys, I'm back. So we're doing page 3, okay, and I went ahead and stuck some of my mats on the page, okay, and let me go ahead and scoot that over. And so for this part right here, I wanted to kind of talk about this, the front of the basic page of page 3. So I went ahead and cut this part out here. And most of you know that I like to go ahead and make things that are like this into pockets, just because it's easy to go ahead and just slide in a photo mat, and it's just so simple. So to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to turn this part over. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and turn this part over, and I'm going to go ahead and that brown strip right here, we're going to grab our ruler, and you're going to mark about 1/4 of an inch inward. Okay, so I'm just going to grab my ruler here. So I'm going to line this up with this ruler here, okay? And I'm just going to draw a really, actually, you know, let's see here. I'm trying to think. Let's do a 1/2 inch, okay? Let's go ahead and just do a 1/2 inch. So I think, yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a 1/2 inch. Once you turn your paper over, you're just going to go ahead and do a 1/2 inch little tick mark right here. And then on the other side, you're going to go ahead and do a 1/2 inch little tick mark right here. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and you're going to on this paper, this line right here on this strip, this brown strip, that's where you're going to go ahead and mark your line. You're going to take your X-Acto knife. You're going to take your X-Acto knife, and you're just going to go ahead and go right along that line there, okay? Before we do that, though, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and just trace this up a little bit, and I will go ahead and show y'all why we're going to do this, okay? So here is that. Okay, so there is that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and you're just going to go grab your X-Acto knife, okay? And what I want you to do is don't go towards the edge yet, okay? I want you to go ahead and just pick a spot and just go ahead just pick a spot on here and go ahead and just get your X-Acto knife and go all the way down. Okay, and then stop. All right. That is going to be where, and that's the reason why I wanted to stop, because I knew that we need to see where our 1/2 inch is. Okay, and here too. So now we're just going to go ahead and follow that line that we started. You're just going to follow that to the 1/2 inch where we marked it. Okay, so just like that. All right, just like that. And there is your little pocket. So, and then if this doesn't cut all the way, that's okay. Just kind of follow it through. Sometimes mine doesn't cut all the way through, and that's okay. All right, so there we go. So there is our pocket, and that is a big enough space for a 4x4 or 6 by a 6x4 4x6 photo, or you know, whatever you would like. Even a 5x7 photo can fit in there. So yeah, so that's big enough space for that. And if you want to, you can definitely make it larger. I mean, you don't have to do a 1/2 inch. You can make it larger if you want to. Just go to a 1/4 inch. So okay, so we're done with that. So now we can go ahead and put our glue on here. All right. On our page 3, and I am just going to go ahead and add glue. Okay, so now you can just go ahead and add your glue, and you can definitely add your glue all the way up and through here. Okay, and you do not want to go below here. Okay, now here you're going to add just a little line. Okay, you're not going to add very much there. All right, and then here and we can go ahead and stick this on here. Yay! Okay. And if you hear my dog, I apologize. She is snoring up a storm. She is snoring up a storm. Okay. So now I'm just going to go ahead and burnish this in. Okay, just like that. Okay. And there we go. So there is our page. And of course, like I said, you can definitely stick a little photo in there. Okay. And then now we can go ahead and put on our pocket. Our pocket for page 3 goes on the inside right here. Okay. So we can go ahead and stick that pocket on. All right. And then we will go ahead and stick on our waterfall pieces. So I got all of mine cut, and I even went ahead and put the papers on them so they're nice and ready to go. So yeah, I've been a busy bee here. So okay, so I went ahead and this go in. So there is our pocket for some more photo mats here. or for some memorabilia, like let's say you picked up some postcards on your trip. Like I know, like my husband and I, we took our kids one year to Ouray, Colorado, and that was so much fun. And we did some ice skating, and we did some hiking in the snow, and it was just beautiful, beautiful up there. And we loved it. So there's that. To go ahead and put our little waterfalls on, like I said, I went ahead and put all mine together. So you have pockets in here now, okay, for little journaling cards or tags or whatever, maybe more pictures. And so now we're going to go ahead and just stick these on. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one on first. Okay, and maybe you're new to putting on waterfalls, okay, so you just go ahead and follow the directions I gave you for making these pocket waterfalls, and then you're just going to go ahead and stick this on right, and I leave about maybe an 1/8 inch from the top, and then I just leave like a little border, you know, from the top and the bottom and such. So, and I will show you once I get this on here. So see how I left like a little border just right around the top and then the sides there. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and fold that back, and I think I'm going to use this one. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take that flap that we just put our adhesive on. You're going to line that up with the bottom one, okay? And you're just going to slide that card up right underneath that, all right? And burnish that in. So it's just right underneath that other one, okay? So just like that. Okay. All right, I didn't paper the other side yet, but I will do that. And then this one here, I left like a little pocket, so if I wanted to, I could just stick my photo right under here. And sometimes it's nice to do that when you have like a shorter piece, but you still want to use it. You can go ahead and stick like a little scrap piece that you have in your pile on the side, just to give it a little, you know, enhance it a little bit or whatever. And you could just go ahead and put a little scrap piece, and your picture can just go right underneath it. Or you don't have to. You could just put your picture right on top of it, just like with the rest of them. So it's definitely, you know, however you would like to do that part. And here I'm just going to go ahead and again go right up underneath that piece right there. Okay. And then my last one, again, we're only doing 4. You can always add more if you want to. Now that you know how to make these, you can definitely add more. But I just decided to go ahead and just do 4. 4 is enough because you're getting 8 pictures in here, right? Plus, because the front and the back. Plus, not only are you getting the 8 photos in here, but you're also getting 4 pockets on the inside of these to put other pictures inside. So really, you're getting quite a bit, okay? And then, hi guys, I'm back. So once you get your belly band off, and I think my recorder stopped recording this, so what you want to do is you want to go ahead and put your belly band and attach it to the back of the first waterfall, okay? And then go ahead and put your the rest of your waterfalls, you know, one behind the other, like I was showing you. Okay, so I think that it had turned off. I apologize for that, but really what you do is you just go ahead and attach the 1/2 inch flap to the back of the first waterfall, so it comes down like this. Okay, so to have this latch, usually sometimes we put a magnet on here to have it latch, but I'm going to go ahead and put like a little band down here at the bottom, so it will actually just go ahead and be able to flip up, and then like a little belt. Okay, so where this little strip is it's actually from this page. Okay, and this is actually the front, the main page of the paper pack. So it's this strip right here that I just cut off the bottom part. Okay, and I just cut off about, I think it was, I just kind of gauged it. I didn't really measure it. So I think it's, yeah, about 3.5 inches. And I just went ahead and inked it up on the edges, and I'm just going to add glue to the edge of this little band. Okay, and I am going to put it like right in the middle. Okay, and I'm not going to put it like flat. You do want to add some give to it. Okay, so that way your little belt is able to come in and out, and there it will stay shut. Okay, so that is going to help with that part. All right, and then of course you can cover this, and I'm thinking I might add this to the cover. I love that bird. I don't know what it is about the birds in this paper, but they're just absolutely gorgeous, right? And so I'm thinking I might add this, and so yeah. So anyway, so I'm going to do that, and then again we went ahead and added our pocket to the back of this, so our pictures can go ahead and slide in there. And then we went ahead and did our pocket on here, so you can add a nice 5x7 or 4x6 photo in here. And I'm just going to go ahead, that's a 4x6, and I have a 5x7 right here, photo mat, so that will fit right in there. Okay, so you can fit lots of different sizes in between here. Okay, and then I did kind of mess up on this. I had my ink pad open on my desk, and I sat this down, and look what happened, you guys. Oh, I'm so upset. So yeah, I'm gonna have to cover that up now. So so I will be working on covering that part up. So but yeah, so and then of course I have I'm working on covering this part, and I went ahead and got these little birds here, and I cut out this little music paper. It looks like that on the back. Okay, so it's that big sheet that has all the birds on it, and then on the back side it has music notes on there. Then on this one where these birds are, I just think they're so pretty, it has like the out of focus snow flurries that are on there, and so pretty. So I thought that those two would look really pretty just sitting right there just like that together. So that is going to be for the our little booklet that folds right underneath our belly band, just like that. Okay, and then again I'm going to go ahead and use the little corner mounts from the Heartfelt Collections die sets. I'm going to use these for here. Okay, and then I'm going to decorate this in through here. Okay, and let's see, and then cover this part up. So this is almost done, you guys, so I am like really excited. So I'm going to go ahead and get those things done, and then we will be on to page 4.